we've really thought about, okay, how can we just keep growing a community that cares about like these big productions on YouTube? It's very like what you sent me, that guy posts his movies on there and he's starting to grow an audience, but he doesn't do any behind the scenes or anything to grow his act. Like doing reels and saying I did a movie, that can get eyes, but once you have those eyes, it's about growing them into fans, which I feel like people sometimes forget, and especially like if we're making movies, the behind the scenes needs to be there. So if you care about the movie, you can watch the behind the scenes and then you're like, get to know us as people. Then you're like, I'm ready for whatever movie they do make. But if you just watch the reel, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
That's why it's tricky sometimes making reels, because it's like, are we just getting a lot of attention, which is good. You want attention. But I wonder if it hurts us at all.
I wouldn't say it hurts. I mean, right now you guys are still testing so many different avenues, like different channels, the podcast. You guys got a lot of different small things that you're testing out, like personal brand stuff. Like eyeballs will never hurt. And what I would probably say because I've wrestled with different things like that too.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And it all comes down to just testing different stuff. You're going to say all these things in theory and then have a great direction, and then you're going to have a splinter off that actually ends up being what you really do. Yeah. You know, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this. But I actually end up doing this. But that's better, and you'll find out that also works, but you also enjoy making it. And that's something I always tell people. I have a lot of people messaging me lately for some reason. Hey, I want to start like a fitness account, but I'm like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Just do it. Post what you want to enjoy posting first. As a company, as a collective, as Suka, as a Sukaverse, and
that would be insane. Suka
have the
Metaverse.
Suki multiverse.
Right, yeah.
Hitch versus our new character.
Oh
in
yeah,
American Dream.
there you
Just
go.
like
There you go.
Space
like a
Rangers.
Suka Infinity War with all the different like.
That'd be so funny.
Suka,
That'd be a funny
assemble.
video.
Yeah.
Where's Leo with
yeah.
your bat? He's alive in this other realm. Then he kills you with a bat.
Bad Boy Outlaws comes out.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Stu resurrects from the ground.
Race
I'm
comes
here.
in. He's got his backpack on.
Just a
Draws
high school
swords out of
kid.
it.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
But no, like when it comes to like what hurts, what helps, getting eyeballs, figuring out like if you do behind the scenes or if you say, hey, I made a movie, here's what it was. All of those elements should be in there right now. In my opinion, like there's so many, you will figure out not only what people want to watch, but also what you guys want to make when it comes to like promoting your stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's just promoting the stuff that you really want to make, right?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, all my videos are like, yes, it's helping people, but at the end of the day, it's just promoting what I know to get to be able to help more people, you know? Because at the end of the day, now that I run the coaching business, my videos are, hey, I help. If you want more help, I can help you. You know, and yours is like, hey, we make movies. If you want to see more about how we make them, or, you know, you clearly are somewhat interested in the movie process based off this short, watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And so don't ever think like it's going to hurt. Eyeballs will never hurt. Eyeballs are the new currency, you know? Media is the new oil is what people like to always say. So I would just say don't bottleneck yourself so much. Just try 50 different things. Like, yes, I understand wanting to have a brand and having a signature thing, but you guys aren't. This is going to sound like mean, but you guys aren't big enough to even have to worry about those things yet.
No, it's
don't
true, though.
bottleneck yourself. You guys don't have 5 million subscribers. You know, you guys have so much freedom to figure out what you want to post and what people still want to see on like the growth side of things. That why not try all of it? See what sticks. See what you enjoy. It breeds more ideas. It breeds improvement, and then you really have something going once you've kind of taken a couple swings at a couple different things. You know, but at the end of the day, all of it will eventually get you some more eyeballs, which will get you more views on the movies and give you more opportunities and make more freaking movies.
Yeah. That's one thing in my mind. Spreading out is so huge, but then I also struggle with the thought of making that switch once you've locked yourself in to that spreading and just posting a ton of different stuff to try and grow.
Yeah.
Making that switch from doing that and just posting reels and posting TikTok shorts, every different short form, and then also making normal videos, making that switch to being a brand.
Yeah.
And
Because look at like Elijah J. Anthony.
yeah.
There's the young filmmakers on TikTok, 400,000 followers, millions of likes. Their movies are okay.
Okay.
And even like,
Better than Vendetta's Debt?
I don't
No
think
way.
so. But they're so good. Like
Yeah.
they look good. But like the story's not there. And all of their fans like those people, maybe it's because they're not converting their fans the right way. Like I think we are can be entertaining in the behind the scenes compared to like most filmmakers. Like we've actually done YouTube for like 3 years of like the actual talking and doing like a vlog, being entertaining in a vlog. So I think we can convert differently, but like their movie, like 400,000 followers, millions of views on this one movie promotion, and the movie has like 15,000 views.
Really?
So like those numbers translate
How
so
long was
little.
it?
This has been
It's
out
like-
for a year.
But like it was
How long
like
was it?
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, short film.
Okay.
So it's a weird especially for film, and then also an example is of kind of not doing the like is Zach with Wise Worries.
Yeah, scarcity.
So he has 10,000 followers on Instagram. He doesn't post reels. He's only posted once in the past year. His advice is be very scarce.
I wanted to
Only
ask you
give
about
out
that.
when it's the highest quality you can.
Right.
And scarcity grows his brand. That's clothing.
Yeah, that's
There's like examples of
completely
good and
different.
bad.
Yeah.
Or even the guy like you showed, like he's starting to get traffic. It doesn't hurt him, but in the long run, will he be looked at as the TikTok filmmaker?
That's what I'm.
Or
saying.
like, hey, is it better for us to literally like for next 5 years, maybe YouTube Shorts goes away because they've been talking about the shorts don't make and Instagram Reels don't make Instagram money because it's taking them away from the ads of the normal. So they're thinking like Facebook's looking at like they lost $500 million from, which is interesting because Reels is such an awesome way to grow on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that deteriorating the brand at all in the long run? Like, if we don't for 5 years, maybe we don't get to a high numbers, right? Like certain numbers, but whoever is coming along is staying there and they're really committed to like you're getting found naturally or word of mouth.
Well, what I would say about the scarcity thing is, Wise Worries is the clothing brand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
the
talked
one
about it a little bit. It seems like a really successful operation from what you guys have told me.
Oh yeah.
Look at Supreme.
True.
They do the same thing. It's all off of scarcity. You're not buying Supreme for the clothes. You're buying it because it's rare. It's like collecting Pokemon
our
cards.
merch is going to be the scarcity.
Right.
Couple weeks.
Right. So that's a completely different thing, I would say. And when it comes to the scarcity thing, like he wasn't wrong in saying that to you guys because it's worked for him because it works for certain clothing brands. It works for physical things. Like a good way of putting it, like if I'm wearing a red shirt right now. This was probably worth, I don't know, $20-$30, maybe a little more when it was new. What if it had a Gucci logo right here?
Yeah.
Instantly like $200 more, right? Because not everybody can wear Gucci. It's a scarce thing. It's a brand. It has a lot of meaning behind it. And that's kind of what the angle he's taking. But you guys aren't making clothes. Like, yeah, you have the merch, but that's not what you're trying to do. He makes his money from clothes. You guys are going to try to make your careers from media, from art, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that that's probably the best way to go about it because you need eyeballs. Your currency is eyeballs, and I understand where you're coming from, like especially with that one guy, the example of 400,000 subscribers but only
Never converts anyone.
converting. I mean, he still has 15,000 views on a short film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
now
true.
we even look at him like we don't really want to work. Like his content, like it starts to get into like the cringe territory
Yeah.
of
Right,
like,
but-
hey, check out our movie
And that's
we just did.
I
Which isn't-
mean,
I don't know if we can.
and
take
you
the
guys control
marketing.
that.
Yeah, true.
You guys control that. You guys aren't them. You guys are Suka.
True.
You're not the same person.
True.
Just because somebody is in a similar niche doesn't mean you guys are the same person.
Yeah.
You guys are making completely different movies in a completely different way, and you have completely unique content from him.
Yeah, that's very true.
Just because he's in the same niche doesn't mean you guys are going to end up the same way. You're creating problems that aren't even there yet.
Yeah.
You know?
And I wonder if our marketing, I stop looking at like what are other filmmakers doing and start thinking what would be unique to us. Because a big thing is like everyone looks the same. Everyone has captions. Everyone has this. Everyone has like whatever, like the POV, whatever.
Yeah.
What if we really dig into what could we do at Suka that we are proud of?
Yeah.
That could also get us eyeballs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the problem isn't getting those numbers or growing on those platforms. It's what we're posting.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that in the long run will also get us more eyeballs and also help us with
Yeah.
like I feel like we made a movie is really it works and it gets people. But I don't feel like that's who we are of like, hey, we made a movie, check it out. It's more of like a fun, relax or whatever.
And we want people to check it out because they want to, not because we're young filmmakers.
No,
yeah,
no,
because
I
some
understand.
people play that role.
Yeah, no.
And they're
Please
like,
check
we're
out
like,
my movie.
I'm a young
Yeah, this
filmmaker,
kid,
and I
oh my,
need-
he drives us nuts. He's always like,
He'll do this.
he stares at the camera, does like a walk away, and he'll come back and he'll be like, I'm looking for people to donate to my movie. I've been into film for years now. And it drives us nuts because we're like, you're embarrassing the film industry right now.
It just feels like begging. It feels like you're begging.
I mean, he got 10,000 people to put money into his movie, which is like, I wonder if we can just be fun and interesting and not cringy. Hey, maybe it would, I don't care how cringy it is. $10,000 is $10,000 to make a movie.
At
$10,000 to make a Vendetta's Debt.
That poker scene is happening.
Poker scene is happening. Yeah, even just marketing, like paying, like, hey, market our movie. Hey, $1,000 to market. Leo, we're gonna give you an extra. You've done so much work for minimal money because we're at a certain spot. Take a half of this to go even more crazy. Bring people in. Distribute yourself. So I wonder. I kind of had somewhat of an eye opening. I've kind of known that, but it's tricky to be unique when stuff already works.
Yeah, but don't look at other people.
Yeah,
that's so hard though. It's so easy to say you don't want to look at other people, but when you look at you look at podcast channels, you're like, all right, these are the algorithm. Yeah. This is the algorithm. Do this. It will work eventually. Yeah. And then look at the filmmaking stuff. All right, this is working. Do this. It'll work eventually. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to not look at that and go, right. That's just like
for a podcast. I think we should follow it.
Yeah,
because that is like looking. What I think Sam's saying specifically is clips. Post a clip. Post the thumbnail with Sam on the left, me on the right, or Noah on the right, and picture in the middle. Yeah. That's such a simple, easygoing, not in your face way to say, what is this clip? Yeah. And I feel like it might be something that everyone else does, but that's the best way I could think of to do that.
And the best form of marketing is do cool shit, talk about your cool shit.
Yeah.
And you guys have done some cool shit. You just did a really cool movie. So now you're in the phase of talking about the cool shit. That's the best form. Hey, I did this. Let me talk about this thing. Not, hey, I'm going to, or hey, I want to, or hey, I think this is going to. No, I did cool shit, and this is what I did to do that cool shit. And that will be interesting enough to the right people that you're looking for, right? You're not going to get people that are interested in fitness content to watching Suka. Even if they subscribe off of a short, even if they subscribe off of a reel, and it's not like the target audience that you want, they're still finding either you guys or the film aspect of it interesting enough to subscribe. So you guys are discrediting, like, yes, they're Reels followers, or yes, they're YouTube short subscribers. They're still subscribers. They're at least somewhat interested.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
just a little
in
bit
the
of
sales world, it's a lead. You're not selling anybody thing, but it's a lead. You know, that's somebody.
That's you kind of are selling yourself.
Exactly. You're selling you're selling your media, you know, and you just don't funnel yourself into these wrong things, and you're at such an awesome spot because you guys are coming off of a big project and you're still trying to figure out how to market yourselves and all these other things. Like, just test stuff. Just try it. Just try different things. Like, I felt kind of scummy when I made that. I don't want to make any more like that. But I kind of like this, so I'm going to keep doing this.
Now, what do you do when you feel scummy about something but it works?
That's up to you.
Do you ever have posts?
I never keep doing stuff that I do. If I didn't like how I felt, I don't do it. I don't care how good it does.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed that has done well for you at least, and this is for everyone, is it's now, shorts used to be like, it felt more raw, more personal. And then over time it got more captions, photos, music. One of your best things is you running, talking about your weight loss.
Yeah.
That's so raw, and that's shareable or whatever. I feel like having that raw, like maybe that is the best way to market. Literally being like, this is such a sweet scene from my movie, check it out.
Right.